I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. If you connect with this piece, let me know in the comments if you feel comfortable. How you doing, Jordan? Appreciate you tuning in. It's good to see you again. I'm just building up layers currently with this piece. And I'll be outlining in here. And then putting some words and then re-going over it. How you doing, Eric? Appreciate you tuning in, Eric. What's going on? I mean, yo, you wildin'. How you figure if I'm silent if you see me painting? Ain't that something? What is this painting representing? Truthfully, it, it represents a lot of different emotions, but as I'm working on it, um, this piece specifically, I started in 2025, but playing off of the emotion itself, I'm just playing off of just kind of how I feel now, and just how I've kind of been feeling a little bit. So I guess it's playing off of anxiety, cold sweats, um, something that you get from anxiety, or something that you can feel. These current pieces that I'm working on are more personal based, with meanings and different different topics I'm touching on within other series that are part of this, and larger collections. This is just playing off of my current emotions, and however that shifts throughout the duration of me creating this painting, if it shifts. But often, if I've already gotten kind of that feeling, the anxiety, the expression of it, I'll just keep playing off of that, because that's just how I feel right now. So there's no use in, like, I'll just play off other emotions on other pieces following. It all depends. I like to talk through my pieces. I gotta let that dry. Pick up another painting. Let me see if I can get this while that's drying. I can finish the outlining of this. This piece I'm finishing off from 2024, April 14th of 2024. Four years of me putting my head down into an intentional body of work to continue throughout my living journey, because I'm not dead yet. But the point is, looking back at these pieces are it's interesting, to say the least. It's like looking back in time while you're still in the moment of still trying to figure out certain pieces from 2 years ago, almost. 2 years in April 2026. This one's a mixed media collage with some writings I put on paper, tore it, put it onto the background. Some poetry here. It's washed. But now I'm just gonna go over it with some black, give it some vibrancy, call it a thought. I mean, piece is finished itself. Just gonna go over it with some black. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. If you appreciate this piece, definitely let me know in the comments. You guys are seeing a lot of pieces that have not been shown publicly. I've only shown certain pieces throughout these few years publicly online. So you guys are getting a exclusive, private introduction to the introduction. And this is just the small. This is the smaller works, which I almost appreciate more than the big ones. I feel like the big ones are documentaries. These are like the album. No, these are like the singles in music. Then you got the albums, the mixtape, then the collection, the final, to throw it in. I'm already thinking about my other painting series that I have that I want to get to. But while I'm doing that series, I have to watch a boxing movie because that one is a depiction of fighting yourself through trials and tribulations. Kind of what this poem is fighting through. These guys are really arguing about a sauce. Yeah, we definitely we're gonna do the collab for sure. I probably won't be doing that though till after after I get certain things done, some personal things done. But you definitely will be seeing me finishing up and continuing a lot of canvases, and then along that way, give you guys behind the scenes still of drawings and my sketch sessions. to keep the flow going and just to continue the living diary of a human experience. Ain't that some shit? I might have to sell my paint mixture. I like my paint mixture. It's probably nothing special, but it's special to me. Finishing the end of a piece feels like, what's the right word? Almost feels like you're in production mode. Like before, it was like the flow mode, not thinking, see where you're gonna go with the piece, and then now the piece is all done, and now it's just like, all right, just outlining certain spots to bring that vibrancy out. I don't know the right word, but it feels like you're almost like a factory worker at that point. Like you're done with the creation. Now it's just like, I want to be like, yeah. Shout out to Andy Warhol. Um, he was smart having people help him with his work. This is the part where I will say, you know what? Somebody else can do the outline because I already finished the piece. I'd be happy with that. Maybe not so much more impersonal, I mean, the more personal pieces. But it's very meditative as well. You get to soak in what you created. You get to soak in your mind. Like, you get to be stunned within your own brain. It's almost a little scary too. Excuse me. Got the hiccups, y'all. Now, if you tuned into this live, you're part of the Soul family. That's what I like to call everybody. Um, so, remember that. Soul friends worldwide. Dope souls who love art, who love good vibes. We just chilling. Can't ask for much, but to just chill. Feel. Don't you love how the black is making everything pop? Just going over that gray. Could have left a highlight there too. I have to do something about that lighting. Chill. Don't unsubscribe. You should never unsubscribe if you appreciate. If you connect with my art, why would you unsubscribe? I don't get that. I know you're just playing though. This is the most meditative thing. I never, I mean, yeah, in the beginning of my journey years ago, I'm talking 2015, um, the patience just to sit there and like try to, not try to, but like just going in with lines was a little bit more tedious. It was more like obviously this is abstract, figurative work mixed with expressionism, but the line work was always I don't know, just something. When you just expressing, you're not really worried about that. You just worried about the expressionism part, the poetry. Now I appreciate it at all. The whole process is the whole point of a piece. From the beginning stages of your emotion to constructing it to reconstructing it to deconstruct it to reconstruct it is beautiful. It's a whole building process. for me at least. Sometimes, by myself, I'll call myself instead of Della Soul Child. It'd be like, oh, today, Della Bob the Builder. Just, I'm saying, while I'm in the studio or whatever. That was a joke. I really don't do that. I've noticed within my art process that I enjoy creating like 20 pieces and leaving them all to the end stages like this to put the finishing touches like on it, to allow myself to think through it, to see if maybe something needs to be added, or maybe the thought or the title, to allow myself to create, um, and to understand the story that, or the vision, or just what it's speaking to me, to be able to speak through it. I like that process now. That's really a huge part of my process. I've noticed these past 4 years. It's become like a natural intention. It makes everything feel more, I don't know the right word. Meaningful, to me at least. More personal. Think how much more personal can a painting get? A lot. And there's my cat hair. My cat's hair, I mean. Not my cat hair. Don't all the, not all, but aren't there a lot of great modern artists with paintings recorded with cat hair in them? Don't judge me now. Come on now. Jose. House is a mess. I don't even know who I am anymore. I didn't before. This is the best flow ever. Damn, this is what I wanted. But what the fuck am I becoming? Putting tattoos on my stomach. I don't know who I am anymore. Lily been cold. on my road. Anyway, what if I'm not who they think? What if all of this fake? My face. I don't want him anymore. Hey, Kawa, that's what I'm talking about. I need everybody to share this live. Get all your friends in here. Get everybody to subscribe. 2026. We're already on 2028. Forget 2027, guys. I need everybody to be on 2028 time with me, and live this journey. Because it's not a day. It's a life. It's a life thing. Like Drewski said, for lifers. This is for lifers thing. You know? It's for lifers. No matter what. I don't know. Bruises. Please, not right now. Please, not right now. Dreams of money. Me. This figure right here, one of the first figures I created in 2015, 2016, when I started painting. And throughout these 4 years, I started looking back at my older work to implement different things throughout my journey and implementing it all in one. So you'll notice a few pieces within these dates with a lot of this here to just kind of remind me of the journey and kind of to add it to show other people, because I only made like one, so simple, but it's dope that I still have that small canvas painting of that figure. And it was based off of a war in my mind. And 11 years later, I'm still at a war with my mind. Because it's a journey, not a fucking marathon. I mean, not a race. It's a marathon. Like, I didn't think so. But we here, though. It's like I needed to come back to this place where it all started to get here, to get to that point. But I don't know. I keep kicking this shit though. It's pissing me off. Yo. Excuse my laughter, guys. Matter of fact, don't excuse my laughter. I'm getting into a better habit of not saying I'm sorry, you know, because I feel like we say I'm sorry too much. Like, the hell you sorry for? Just saying what you mean at that moment. Mm-hmm. We're glad you're back, Amina. Not gonna lie, I didn't even notice. I was just talking over here. I don't know who's listening, but to everybody who's gonna tune in, I just want to say I appreciate you guys for actually giving this live session a chance. If you did tune in after I post this, there's so much more to experience as well. So don't get turned off by just a small amount of work that I'm doing here. It's a process. You're gonna see so much. I might show you some sneak peeks of some canvases over here on smaller works, like 18 by, don't even quote me, 18 by whatever, 16 by something, whatever. But smaller pieces over here on canvas. Those are already framed. But I've gotten away from a lot of frame canvases, but I like my loose canvases. Not that everybody cares. What's that hat in the corner? Oh, yeah, that's my other one. Can I show you that? I'll show you a picture of I made like 6 of these, but I gave to my family when I made the first set of these. This one just has De La Soul Child on there. This one is actually based off of a series called Silhouettes. So basically like silhouettes, but it's a representation of basically silhouette is a representation of, it's a reflection of yourself. So whatever you want it to be, that's what it's supposed to be for you. So it's just kind of like my way of displaying that. But I made that with a stencil that I made out of canvas, and I also made a canvas series that's on my Instagram. Actually, I have it here. I'll show you. No, it's on my page. That colorful one. That's part of a series that I made out of a stencil that I handmade and hand cut out of a canvas, and then I spray painted over the canvas, and then I started painting, different styles over that, and then made a series based off of that with its own series name and everything. But you'll be able to see all that in its entirety soon. There's no specific date, but it's getting in the works. Those are done though. Those just yeah, those are actually completed, so you won't be seeing those like getting retouched or anything, but hell yeah. Yeah, I got you. Like I said, I'm always open to commissions for anybody who's tuning in as well. Um, my official email is delasoulchildart@gmail.com. You can always reach me at that email. If you come across another email, that's in my bio or something, you can just use whatever email that you notice there. But you can always contact me at delasoulchildart@gmail.com. Delasoulchild, my name, and then just add art, A-R-T, @gmail.com. But my website is relaunching right now. It's just it's in progress. I'm working on that to get my bodies of work in there, but there's a lot of work, a lot of photography I have to do on the back end. I'm my own photographer. I love photography. That's also not that's a hidden, like, a lot of people really don't know that about myself, but photography really was my first, like, introduction to art, like, per se. At least through my eyes, and actually implementing that, like around 2012, I want to say. So that's something, hopefully in the future, is something I want to implement. I just don't have the exact tools to do it um, at this moment, but I'm envisioning it. I have the concept, and that's when I'll be implementing my photography within um, my paintings. Just got to figure out the best way to do it. I think I have a plan in the beginning, and then work from that as I can get better tools to amplify that vision of photography. But that will be a step up from anything that anybody's ever saw from me, but implementing my style along with my photography that I love doing, and hopefully I bring that back into existence. I feel like I definitely owe it to photography, bro. Like, let me not get into this. That's for another day. That's for my timeline I'm working on. That'll be done probably by the end of the year. We're not rushing on that. I'm just gonna add to that progressively, and just add it on the website for everybody to get to know me more of who I am as an artist, what I've done over the years, my progression. Um, I consider this my best time as an artist. Not gonna lie, like, just saying, as far as the work, as far as the quality, it's just it can't get better as far as quality wise. Just vision wise, it can always get better, obviously, and telling whatever I want to say better, more coherently. But like, I feel like that's the goal anyway. Sometimes I feel like I'm giving a TED talk about my life, and the whole world's really not hearing it yet. Just a small amount of people at a time. It's an interesting process. I always think about, if you wait for somebody else to tell your story, when does it become the right time to tell it yourself? So that's like my ultimate goal as I go along, continuing whatever I'm doing in the present moment. No expectations. I figure if I can go off social media for a year and get to this point, yeah, we alright. I mean, in an era of social media and consumption, there comes a point where you gotta find your flow, like, separate, realize, and then maneuver in a better way. No one's coming to save you if you don't stop. If you don't stop it now, then it'll never be stopped for sure. And it's easier to said than done. I'm just going with the process, but I try to think my way through it so it can get easier when certain moments come that I'm asking for. Like, but at the same time, you do have to be willing to take those. So many missed opportunities or so many. But you know what? Like, I feel like that's why I play with time a lot in my paintings a lot recently because it really, at the end of the day, people could see what they see in you, but like, if you're not in your flow state, if you're not where you need to be, it don't matter what other people see in you. And it's great that other people see things in you, but like, you know who you are internally, and I think the lesson is that like, if you come across that you feel like, hmm, everybody's original. I think you just have to believe in it. That's really what it comes down to. Just believe in yourself, always. Like nothing I'm is like I don't know. As an artist, nothing I'm doing is anything different than what I was doing 11 years ago. I just created a lot on paper along the way. So I have a lot of artworks on paper and not understanding certain materials. Then along the way, finding my way as a self-taught artist, and then beginning as really as an art therapy and finding my way through that, and then learning things about art techniques, mediums, and then learning, you know, thinking that and really like my whole thing was going back to what I was doing and honing into that with confidence into what matters. Like I call these albums. I keep referring to art as music a lot recently because like just like you have your singles, your mixtapes, and then you have your growth, the album, and like everything that I make now on canvas or wood or things that are just larger than paper are the albums to me. Like then you have the singles that turn into series and collections, and that's called growth. Like you're supposed to have that. Like I don't know. That's just that's the whole goal for anything you do. I mean, easier said than done though, and I always like to say that because sometimes it's just me talking through things that I'm still trying to get through, but it doesn't mean that you can't talk your way through it. Just keep that talk to yourself and don't let outside voices distract you from what you internally know what you need to do. Other people's not gonna understand that. They're gonna see it twisted a lot of times. But if you know where your path is going, you could stay your 10 toes. I don't got the answers for that, but like, you know what I'm saying? The philosophy is there, you know? I mean, ooh, see, ooh, Honest Abe, see? Honest Abe just said in his song, he was like, why would I want to kill myself just like you? I don't want to be just like you. Ooh, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. They said I'm funny like you, so I'll be fine. Ha ha ha. But nobody wants to be like everybody else, bro. I'll be fine. Ha ha. Mm, damn. That's why music is a beautiful thing. The relatability through music and then art, you can't you can't even deny it. The emotion. That's why, as a fan of art, I connect with art that makes me think, makes me feel. Same way I listen to music is the same way I like to consume my art. Oh, you. Real time art student live stream. They specialize in abstract. Della Soul Child is a New Jersey based artist, poet, designer who utilizes YouTube for interactive real time art studio live streams. They specialize in abstract expressionism and poetic expression. I, Jordan, expressionism, creating art focused on the subconscious mind and the psychological emotions. Their content often features live drawing sessions. Where did you get that, bro? From ChatGPT? Because how you even did I put my new bio out there? Let me see. Hold up. Huh. You must have saw my Instagram or something because that's the only place that I wrote like a part of my new bio. I didn't put out my actual artist statement, my new artist statement out. My new artist statement is very much more authentic. It has more of my voice. It's me after years knowing what I'm doing, but like honing into my voice and the why, and then being able to intentfully let everybody else know why. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's important to me. But at the end of the day, I want everybody who's tuning in to feel what they feel. I appreciate you, Jordan. That was dope. You must have went on my Instagram though for sure. Yeah, you found it. Platform focus primarily uses Instagram, Threads, and YouTube for sharing art processes, art style. Describes their work as poetic expression focus. All right. Where are you getting this from, Jordan? You're writing this? This is pretty good. You're a writer? Like, primarily uses Instagram, Threads, and YouTube for sharing art processes. You're funny, bro. You're not writing this. There's no way. I don't know what's real anymore, bro. The AI out here, man. Just so y'all know, this ain't AI, bro. Like, what's up? This. If you ever see me, like, it's not AI, bro. I'm right here. If you see me in public anytime soon, you might overlook. You might be like, wait, nah, he's outside? Background, New Jersey-based creative focused on contemporary art and art therapy. All right, Jordan, are you writing this or like, how are you getting this? I'm interested in knowing. I might know more about you than you know about yourself. That's funny, bro. It's impossible because I'm the one putting this on the internet. I know where it's coming from, but like the way you're displaying it and writing it is very informal. I mean, it's very formal. Um, so it's almost like you're writing a bio for me. But I've already written a lot of that, so that's why I'm curious. Like, how you finding exactly that? Because I don't even have my website up. Huh? Actually, he found delasaart.com. I didn't. What's it called? Uh, like that's up, but I'm not promoting that as much right now. I'm turning that into a artist gift shop to represent my beginning days of my artistry, and I'm leaving that name behind, that brand at least, and leaving it as something to give back to everybody who supports with like free wallpapers, different merch there. Everything's gonna be unsigned. There's not gonna be signed or anything. With that gift shop, it's just gonna be you know what I'm saying, all just different things that I can come up with to give back in different ways. You know what I'm saying, for everybody who maybe can't get an art piece, original or whatever, print or whatever the case may be. I don't know. That's just my ideology. But we leaving certain things behind. 2026, and we just moving forward. I don't care what nobody says. This is me, and that's it. Della Soul Child is the artistic moniker for. Okay. He definitely found that on my website. All right, Jordan. Okay, moniker. I'm the only guy who uses moniker. Like, I'm the only person in this world who uses the word moniker, bro. Like, okay, he's writing exactly like me now. Now I know you're getting it from the website. Oh man. Like currently, I have wallpapers on there for like I think $1.99. I'm going to be making those. Um, I'm gonna be making a wallpaper collection for everybody to download for free along the way. Keeping those as well, but call it the artist gift shop. I don't know. That's just what I'm calling it. Who knows? Maybe it'll liven up later on. Who knows? It's gonna be one of those gift shops. Like if you find it on the internet, good for you. You just got yourself uh some merch there, some free phone wallpapers or whatever else on there. All on sign though. That's the only way I'll be able to do that. Yo, Jordan's funny. He views art as a form of meditative therapy and uses it to process. Oh Lord, I gotta check over my bio there because I just don't feel like I have all that out there. There's so many ways it could be finding this though. You must I could tell you're savvy with computers. At least you know how to research. Bro, if you don't know how to research in 2026, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, you literally have Chat GPT. You type in Google, it has AI assist, bro. Like, I don't know. YouTube and live content. He is known for hosting real-time art studio live streams on YouTube. Where are you finding this? Because I haven't put out YouTube and live content. He is known for hosting, like, I haven't put any of that out. Except, well, I mean, granted, YouTube, I'm putting it out there. So if you're finding this on Google, I would love to know because it's obviously reading it from YouTube. I've already seen ChatGPT bring up my name. I mean, bring up certain things when I ask it on Google. So you have to be finding it from there, bro. Like, that's funny. That's hilarious. AI scary. I made a collection on AI in 2022 when everything was getting crazy with AI, and I'm about to put the finishing touches on that. But the way it turned out now, from when I made that, it was like my prediction of. I mean, I started in an AI computer type series in 2016. That was another one of my first pieces on paper that predicts today's AI. Um, Whatever's going on with today. I find that funny, ironic as well. I feel like though, if you really just put a little bit of thought, you can predict a little bit of the future. Like not like predict it to a T, but like we could say there's gonna be flying cars in the future because like they're already doing things like that right now. So you can predict that that's gonna happen. How it's gonna happen and this and that. A little harder for me to say because I ain't in that world. But I feel like if everybody puts a thought, they can predict something that's gonna happen in the future based off of information that we have now, at least. AI was a given. But I'll be honest, when I made that, I didn't. My purpose wasn't like even that. Like I wasn't trying to even focus on AI. I was really focusing more on computers at that point. Just yeah, I don't even know. Now that I think of it, but the relatability of that one to today. That was my first wearable art piece that I created based off of that too, and then I created that during my first line of clothing on models. Well, yeah, like different people who modeled the clothing. Damn, that was a good time. That was a good year. So quick though. That was the quickest year of my life. And then I moved to Florida. And then it took me to come back. Nah, not really though, but it was kind of like the transition period, and then it just kind of happened, and then it was gonna happen anyway, but then it just happened that it happened here because I'm back. Typical content. Yo, how you finding this? Nah, bro, I need to know. Come on, fam. Nah, I need to know how you're getting this. If you're writing, there's no way you're writing this. The Hillis his work frequently features a signal. Because this is really good. If AI is telling you this, then I'm doing my I'm doing a good job on my end to at least um display like a part of my story, because I don't know how you get in this. Short segments where he reads or displays images of the original poetry while showcases close up of textures and colors. Nah, bro. You're nah, bro. How you doing that? Where are you getting this, Jordan? For real. There's only so much information I've huh. Yo, you're wild, bro. Unless you're a really good writer and then like you're asking AI to write these things for you based off of the information you're telling it. But this is too good. This is too good. Yeah, this is too good. But how? Like I know how, but I'm saying it's never told me this when I've asked it. I haven't asked it in a long time, but like I did ask it to see if it was picking me up on YouTube, because I'll keep that one for me. Everything's not to be said, you know what I'm saying? That's an art. Do more. Yeah, I just really want to know where yo, what's going on, Jamie? I'm trying to figure out what Jordan's doing over here. Be careful. He might have your whole bio. Bro, how you finding this? There's no way ChatGPT picked up all of this from my YouTube. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you have a good night. That's some wild stuff, Jordan. Interesting. Transmuting negativity. Openly discuss using art to transmute negative thoughts into positive visual ideas. Bro, how are you writing this? That's not bugging. I'm impressed. He's really not bugging though. I'm impressed. I mean, that's really like that's what it is. Like he's literally explaining, but I just don't get how he's doing it. Can't be from his thoughts. I mean, no offense. I'm just saying, bro. Like, it's just too good. Let me stop. Maybe it is. I really don't know. But I appreciate you, Jordan. I don't know. That was really good. I don't know. Shit. The guy wrote a better bio than me. What the fuck? Jordan is ChatGPT your work? Bro, Jordan ChatGPT'd me and he's explaining everything about my work, Jamie. But it's too good. It's really good. It's really good. I don't know. You might not be using ChatGPT. You might be using a different model because ChatGPT didn't give me like who's Della Soul Child. Every once in a while, I'm like, I ask Google who's Della Soul Child to see if it's picking up, different parts of my story. How you doing, Giovanni? I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. So that's funny, Jordan. You're funny for that one. You should tune into other lives and give them their bio. That shit is hilarious. I'm not gonna even lie. Man, if I grew up with AI and I was in like what, and I was younger, bro. I don't know, man. I could only imagine. I know what my cousins are doing right now. They're funny. Yeah, I googled. So recently, I got the idea of googling a photo of mine to see if I can get other people who are creating this way, and it was giving me modern artists, but it wasn't in my style. It was just just abstract works. I'm gonna do more in depth again one day. I mean, once everything's on my website though, like I mean, I already there's so many pictures already on my Instagram and things like that, so I'm sure it's picking it up too, but it hasn't picked. But I also showed it a if I'm not mistaken, a painting I haven't put out on the internet. So that would have been the first time. But it didn't pick up any of my work. But I just looked at the first page from what I remember. It came up with a lot of colorful abstract type work. I'm forgetting a lot now, but it was definitely a lot of colorful. That's funny that you asked that because recently I was like, "Yo, I forget that Google has that." That's like the craziest feature ever, bro. Like honestly, like I love technology. Like I'm a fan of technology, but sometimes uh I don't know. Like I try to like implement when I feel I need to, and also just be a little bit old school too with certain things. Sometimes I forget you could just punch in a photo, literally right in Google, and it'll just tell you everything about it. Like literally, like at this point, you know everything about anybody. You just type in the name, it'll find you. As long as you're on Facebook, LinkedIn, I mean any social media platform with your name. It's an interesting world we live in right now. For real. Like it's switched up quick. Just yesterday you couldn't even find your ops. Today, you go on Google, ask ChatGPT, be like he around the block. He's around the block. Got you, cut. I gotta look again because I really don't remember exactly, but I did do it recently, so that's funny you asked. Bro, I'm always finding artists. I'm like, damn, who is this? Like, it's honestly, I love the art world because like you really, in essence, you're not gonna know every artist who's out there. Like, yeah, we know the Picassos, the household names, but when I come across like the 80-year-old artist, the 90-year-old artist, the 100-year-old artist, still painting today, and who is established and who is in his own, you know what I'm saying, lane, and then you're just finding them now, like, just that's awesome. Especially at that age, because you get to see where their mind has come from. They came from, you know what I'm saying, a different era to be able to live such a beautiful life that long and to create through this new age. I think that's so amazing. That's like the best thing you could ever have as an artist is age, is time. Yo, Jordan, ask ChatGPT about JB. That was pretty good. Then I asked more questions to get more deep. Okay, so I just go to Google and ask Della Soul Child YouTuber. Oh, I never put that YouTuber, so that makes sense because I put out a lot of little thing. Well, I put out a lot of things that make sense of how you came up with all that, or how Google will come up with all that. Huh? That's pretty dope though. That's fire. I'm not gonna lie. He he created a better bio than me. He put it together very swell. I'm still impressed. Like at this point, if you put out content and just start putting out stuff, I guess at this point you could just Google your name and they fucking have your bio right there. Wow, like ain't that some shit? It feels like when I was a kid, um, and computers were just really getting popular, and we were. I was one of like me and my friends were one of the first ones like on social networks that were around that time called Xanga, and that was the first time that we experienced that everything that we put out on the internet is gonna pop up on Google because Google was so new at that point. Anything you put out, it you showed up right there on the first page. So I typed in my name, my first and last name, not even middle. I was first page, and it had my elementary photo in there. That shit was hilarious. We were spooked. I was like, yo, I thought I was famous because I didn't understand what that was. I'm like, nah, what the hell is that? And then I just forgot about it. It just became a way of life. And now it's kind of like a reverse, but with AI. Crazy. My teachers used to tell me, don't get used to a calculator. You're not always going to have a calculator. You damn right, we're not always going to have a calculator. No, we got AI, bitch. Oh, yo. Yeah. Excuse my language. Yeah, right. Now we got AI. We don't need a calculator. Comedic, bro. I did one little comedic skit, and it's calling me a comedian. I'm erasing that shit, bro. I ain't no comedic. That's funny. Yeah, yeah. I'm taking that shirt out, cause that's ridiculous. I'm not a comedic. Featuring his TV head character in various comedic. Oh man, it's picking up that video. Hell nah. That's funny. Art and speed paints. How did Google pick up speed paints? Oh, because quick paint. Bruh. It found your channel too. Oh, you search yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the. Well, it don't matter anyway. But you want to know the real secret? So like, so the real secret is right now. What's going on is that Google is prioritizing information that is on YouTube. So if you want to be a little bit more out there, or you want to, saying show your work a little bit more, YouTube is really where it's at. Like at this moment in time, because they're literally utilizing that over other platforms. So that's actually the scoop right now in what they call the digital marketing world or whatever. That's why it's picking it up that well, because it's literally picking up everything from you a comedian. That's funny. Because I always mention too, I'm a comedian, but on the side. So that's funny. Could be picking that up too. That's hilarious. I'm gonna start doing stand up. Fuck it. Welcome to the Della Soul Show. Yo. That's hilarious. I'm not a comedian, bro. I'm not a comedian, so it should pick it up eventually. Oh, you. Never mind. Okay, okay. All right, never mind. I'm about to say how. See. I want those. Next school gonna be like, and he likes tacos. Which would be accurate. Fuck. I'll be back. I need coffee. No problem, Jamie. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. It was good seeing you. I'm done with my comedian night. No more comedian night tonight. Hope to see you at my next open show, Jamie. My next open mic. That was funny. Just putting the finishing touches on this. Christopher. There's no way you're finding this. That was funny. That's really good, though, I gotta say. It's very interesting. Hey, Jordan, I'll be right back, fam. I'm gonna tune, let me see. Hold on 1 second. I'll see. I might start a new a new stream to get just to start on this new just to finish off this piece. Amina's back. She just be popping in whenever she want. What you think this is? He's still going, Amina. I know my whole life, bro. I might have to go back to this chat here and reread what he said, and I might have to go through my own bio now, and because I like what he's talking about here. Like, he's talking very provocative. That don't even make sense. He's not even talking prerogative, but like, I mean, it's very intelligent. He found you too, Amina. No, I'll just play. Sheesh, mad late. All right, let me. I'm gonna tune right back in so we can get a nice fresh start with this new painting. I'll be right back.